Today, we are diving deep into how one of China's biggest tech giants is turning a simple map app into a seriously powerful AI weapon, and it's completely changing the game in a multi-billion-dollar war for how you live, eat, and shop in your own city.
Just take a look at this number for a second. 400 million. And no, that's not a company's valuation or anything like that. That's the number of people using Alibaba's map app, Amap, every single month. To put that into perspective, that's more than the entire population of the United States, all using one app to get around. It's huge.
But here's the thing. This isn't just about getting from point A to point B anymore. Alibaba is turning this everyday tool into something much, much bigger. And, well, it has its competitors very, very nervous.
Okay, so let's break this down. To really get what's going on, we're going to look at 6 key things. First, how Alimap went from a map to a super app. Then we'll unpack Alibaba's clever Trojan horse strategy. We'll also go inside its new AI ranking system, analyze the new battle for local services, weigh the opportunities and the new risks, and finally, look at what all this means for the future of how we discover things.
All right, first up, to really understand where Amap is headed, you've got to know where it came from. Its backstory is actually the key to this whole thing. So Amap actually started way back in 2002, mostly just providing digital map data to other businesses. The real turning point was 2014, when the tech giant Alibaba snapped it up. Now, fast forward to today, it's blown past that 400 million user mark and launched this game-changing AI feature that we're talking about. And this is the crucial part. Under Alibaba, Amap stopped being just a simple utility. It got woven into the very fabric of Alibaba's massive ecosystem, pulling in data and features from its e-commerce giant Taobao, its food delivery service Lidem, and its logistics arm Cainiao.
Now, this didn't just happen by accident. It was a very calculated, very strategic move. And that brings us to the big why behind this whole transformation.
You see, Amap is Alibaba's new weapon in the massive battle for the local services market. And we are talking about a huge, multi-hundred billion-dollar industry here. Everything from ordering food, booking hotels, buying movie tickets, you get the idea. It's the whole shebang.
For years, this market has been absolutely dominated by one company, Meituan. They've had this giant lead, while Alibaba's own apps, like its food delivery service Lidem, have really struggled to even make a dent. So you can see why they needed a completely new angle of attack.
And here it is, the Trojan horse strategy. Think about it. Checking a map is a daily habit for millions. By putting its own services right inside the map app that 400 million people already use every day, Alibaba can sneak past the competition and get right into the user's decision-making process. It's brilliant, really. So how in the world does Alibaba pull this off? Well, let's take a look under the hood at the incredible tech that's powering it all, the AI ranking engine. This AI is doing way more than just counting star ratings. It's a multimodal system, which is a fancy way of saying it processes tons of different kinds of data all at once to get the full picture. It's reading the text and reviews, it's looking at photos to judge the vibe of a place, it's learning from what you've clicked on before, and it even considers stuff in real time, like the weather or the time of day.
And this is where it gets absolutely fascinating. The result is something called deep personalization. So imagine this. You and a friend are standing right next to each other, and you both search for the exact same thing. You could see completely different results, each one perfectly tailored to your own personal history and preferences. It's pretty wild.
And to get you to trust it, the app actually tells you why it's recommending something. So you might see a little note like this one, highly rated for quick service during lunch rush. It's not just giving you an answer, it's giving you a reason, which makes people feel a lot more confident about the choice.
So this powerful new AI tool doesn't just tweak the market. It completely redraws the entire battlefield. This isn't just an app update. It's basically a declaration of a whole new phase in the local services war.
So let's look at the new lay of the land. You've got Amap coming in as this AI-powered challenger using its incredible web of data. They're going up against Meituan, the big boss, whose strength is its massive delivery network. And of course, you can't forget about other giants like Baidu and Tencent, who each have their own powerful advantages in AI and platform size.
Now, for the market leader, Meituan, this is a serious threat. Their absolute biggest fear is that they become just the delivery guys, If everyone starts finding restaurants on Amap, then Meituan loses that direct connection to the customer, they lose all that valuable ad money, and they lose control over how people discover new places.
Okay,
So what does this tech arms race actually mean for all the small businesses and the hundreds of millions of users who are caught right in the middle?
For local businesses, it's really a double-edged sword. On one hand, the opportunity is amazing. The AI could find that perfect niche coffee shop and show it to exactly the right audience. But on the flip side, the challenge is trying to understand a mysterious algorithm and feeling pressured to use Alibaba's other services just to stay on the radar.
And for us, the users, well, it raises some pretty serious questions. This kind of personalization requires a mind-boggling amount of data collection. It brings up big concerns about bias in the algorithms, how our data is being protected under new laws, and the risk of getting trapped in a filter bubble, where the AI only ever shows us what it thinks we want to see.
So finally, let's just zoom out for a second and look at what this all means for the future of how we find our way around the world.
The big takeaway here is this. We're seeing a fundamental change from search to discovery. So instead of us typing keywords into a box, the future is about these smart, context-aware AI assistants that proactively guide us, sometimes knowing what we need even before we do.
Which leaves us with a really critical question to think about in our own lives. As these AI guides get smarter and smarter at predicting where we should go and what we should do, how much of our experience is really our own discovery? And how much is just the algorithm? Who is really in the driver's seat?